What's up, my man? Time for a quick update and status on your BMW. As we started diving into what's going on with the paint and prepping it to receive the ceramic coating, at first blush, the paint obviously is satin, so looks a little hard to see some of the oxidation and some of the effect of the wax that you put on it. It's not necessarily that you put the wrong product on, but it's a combination of the paint not being properly deconned before you put the wax on, which caused it to not apply properly, which requires a deeper decon than initially expected. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. I preemptively did a portion of the hood just to make sure that my brain was perceiving it correctly and I understood the paint system properly. And by that I mean, you'll see an area here that I'm gonna show you a before and after where, now don't let this scare you, we had to polish the paint. Now traditionally, anyone would tell you, you can't or shouldn't polish satin paint. Well, you're right. We're not necessarily polishing it for the purpose of polishing the paint. We're using a very specific combination of pad and product, which is, if used improperly, definitely will gloss this paint. But I'm using it as a mechanical decontamination to remove the haziness and the wax that you put on before that a simple chemical decon just can't get off. What we're looking at here is the paint before the chemical decon. You can sort of see all these striations, right? This is gonna be the path and pattern of how you applied this wax. I can see every single stroke and wipe that was done beforehand. And again, like I said, the product of, or a consequence of the paint not being decontaminated properly before that wax was put on, which to be fair, there's nothing you really could have known. This understanding satin paint is something that really only the masters of paint correction will even attempt or understand, because most people won't attempt what I've done here. Back to the paint, the before and then the after. You can see how we've got a much cleaner surface. You see how that light orb just sort of diffuses out and is very scattered. That's because of the haziness you have here. Once it's deconned properly with the polish process, you can see that that light tightens up. We still have a nice, sexy, very silky satin finish. Now this is what the paint should look like. And this is going to allow the ceramic we're going to be putting on from Dr. Beasley to actually bond and do its job, essentially. Now, what does this mean? This means I need to polish this entire vehicle to get the decontamination I need to put the product on. I need to do that not only before I put the ceramic on, but I need to do that before I attempt the rock chip improvement. And of course, yes, that does add time and cost, which is also why I'm making this video, because I need to get approval before I do this, because again, it's such a delicate process. For this type of decon, I'm gonna have to be around the $750 mark, because it takes a certain skill set to do it, and it's the entire car. I have to very delicately do all around all these aerodynamics, everything on it. So before I proceed any further with this vehicle, I need you to approve the additional $750 to polish the entire vehicle to get that mechanical decon done. Once I get a thumbs up in approval, I will continue with the project, and the car will look absolutely amazing when you get it back. All right, that's it for now. See you later.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center.